Remember Miss out here playing catch all the time and just out here just working. You know, that's kind of where the magic happened. That's kind of where it all began.
When I get to watch him on TV, it's almost like I'm there and that I'm a part of that. It's almost like time stops here because we get to see something special happening. And when Mason's out there, it's Pegs that's out there. He has put Pegs, Oklahoma on the map because anywhere I go in Oklahoma, they know who Mason Fine is.
It's a good community, you know. It's a good small community here in northeast Oklahoma. We just kind of one of those, you know, communities everybody kind of knows one another, you know, and it's a good place to raise a family. It's just a good overall area.
We always run into somebody that wants to talk football about his past success at Locust Grove, about how he's doing at UNT. So that just means a lot.
I love it, and that's the thing. A lot of my friends from back Texas, they just think of, you know, there's that little part in Davis, you know, those mountains through there. And then, you know, they think of West Oklahoma where it's flat and near Oklahoma City where there's just nothing. But, you know, you get over here in northeast Oklahoma and you get all these rolling hills, and, you know, they call it green country around here because it's just so much foliage and just green. And, you know, I love the hills. And, you know, that's kind of why I think I love the mountains so much too. It's just because, you know, just those hills and stuff like that. And so when I first played here, it was my eighth grade year, but, you know, I started throwing here when I was about 5th grade. And so when I started throwing out here about 5th grade, you know, I always had that dream of going and playing, you know, Division I football. So, you know, every time I stepped out here and just came out here and threw with my dad or came out here and played a game, you know, I was always working towards that goal of, you know, becoming a great quarterback and hopefully one day having the opportunity to step foot onto you know, a Division I stage. Or you look around and as you can tell, there's no stands here. People, when they come and watch football, they got to bring their lawn chairs. And so this stadium capacity is 0, but, you know, people show up in their lawn chairs and watch football. And now I know I'm playing in a stadium that holds over 30,000. So it's just something special.
We've all been a fan of football, so we started watching football on Saturdays on TV, you know. And then he kind of approached me one day. I think I want to try that. He kept asking and asking, and so we let him. Okay, you can play, I think it was his 4th grade year. And so he didn't start out real young in football. He probably was about his fourth grade.
Actually, I can remember the day he came and asked me, we were out here at that time it was a softball field, and he said, is there any way that we could start football here at Pegs? And Mason was in 5th grade. And, you know, I knew then that Mason was an outstanding person, outstanding student, and not just athletically, but academically, and I wanted to do things that would help our kids and give them other outlets, and so that really convinced me to start the program at that point. So we knew right then, and that's the start of our football program here at Pegs, is when his dad approached me.
I didn't play football, so, you know, he wanted to be a quarterback, so that's what we did. We went to these camps to learn kind of the right way to do it, you know, and you know, we came back, we write down what they were teaching. It was just all about reinforcing it here when we got home. So just many evenings in the yard, just reinforcing the techniques and stuff and helping him. And cause that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be a quarterback, not only just a quarterback, a good quarterback. And so I wanted to throw the ball well. So it was just a lot of repetition in the yard, and it kind of, you know, just out in the yard, just throwing the ball around turned into, like, I guess, just kind of, you know, training and throwing the ball. But looking back on it, it still was. There was a lot of good evenings out there, just spending time with him in the yard, you know, and just
a lot of bonding time.
A lot of bonding time.
Yeah,
give us a chance to talk, you know, and stuff. So definitely, it was. It worked out. It was a good time spending with him. So.
It was nice seeing Dad help Mason through all that, because from then on, every night was in the yard. You have to do it this way. And if he wasn't, I mean, Dad was on him. So I mean, a few good nights. That's a lot of heated. He would come in the door and Mason would be upset, and then, you know, he would calm down and he'd go back out there and throw some more footballs. So, yeah.
But the memories I always will remember and will never forget is the memories that I created out here with my dad. Those are the memories I'm going to remember. Is my dad out here running routes. You know, he injured his knee out here running routes for me and stuff like that. So those are the memories I'm going to remember.
It really got exciting for him when he was on the Little League team down in Tahlequah, the Jets. He got to play on the NSU College University's field there at the end of the season, and that really pushed him on and really excited him to, you know, to learn more about football.
At that point, once he got that football bug, there was really just nothing else as far as sports-wise. That's what he wanted to do.
You know, Locust Grove is about 40 minutes east of Tulsa, and you know, this is where I went to high school at. This is kind of where, you know, the Locust Grove football, you know, this is where me and old Jason Pirtle played at. I was really only here for four years. It was 4 quick years, but I created a lot of memories here in 4 years. A lot of great people here, the community, the town. Just, it's always been a big supporter of me and Pirtle being out in North Texas, and they always supported their football around here. And it's just couldn't ask for a better town to represent.
100% of the community follows them. I mean, even if you don't try to follow them, you see them on social media, Twitter, Facebook. Everyone shares it. There's a Pirate Nation football page. All his stuff gets thrown in there. I mean, even if you don't want to see him, you're going to see him because he's putting on that good of a show for the whole nation to see. So if the whole nation's seeing it, then this whole town is going to follow every step of the way.
Just remember looking back on it, just a great time. I mean, when I came out here, my family usually sat right here in this section and about, I don't know, 8 rows from the top. So they would have been about right there. And see, when it started getting real crowded, people would leave their blankets and stuff out there on their seats. And so, like when we were warming up pregame, and you just look up there and see all of the blankets and stuff up there. One of the reasons why I fell in love with football is the way the atmosphere was on Friday night. You know, I wanted to play under the lights. I wanted to be part of that Friday night light, that feeling. And I just remember, you know, just coming to games, eating a hot dog, eating some popcorn, watching the games, and I was just remembering, you know, I can't wait to have my chance to play out there on that field and be able to play in front of all these people. And, you know, it's just something I wanted to do since I was a kid. This is the field house right here. Guess what o'clock we're meeting.
Welcome to Locust.
How you been?
Sir?
Been good, been good. Yep. You know, this is where they may come up with the game plan. Coaches watch film. And then we got, this is the training room in here. So this is where like you get your ankles taped. This is where they do laundry stuff. So this is where a lot of the trainers are. So this is the locker room. So this is where we get dressed for game days. Back here we got the weights. Yeah. You know, this is where, you know, this is, you know, carrying on from pegs to here, the work ethic just kept getting better and better and better and increasing. I just always remember coming in here and whatever I was doing just wasn't enough. So, you know, I had a good work ethic. You know, I had good values, you know, growing up through pegs. But once I got here, I felt like I had the good teammates and good mentors and good coaches to keep pushing me. And
We lost a teammate our freshman year. So we carried his jersey out on the field every single game. And it would always be Mason to my left, then me, the jersey, Alex, and Jason, because we were the captains. We would walk out, and every game we'd say our dues to the other team, look at each other and be like, let's go. Like that was our thing. We didn't want to really necessarily do it for us. We wanted to do it for a guy that couldn't do it no more.
Situation was two of our players were out joyriding around, and we have lots of hills around here in this area, and they went down a highway called Roller Coaster Highway, and the kid lost control and took about 8 trees out and killed Kel instantly. And
you know, I wasn't real close with Big Kel growing up, but it was crazy what happened. Me and Big Kel, after our freshman year, you know, we had a successful year compared to what we did. And I remember I was in the weight room, I guess obviously, and Big Kel was in there, and he was working out, if not harder than me, or just as hard. And I was like, who is this kid? You know, because he had the size, he had the talent, and he had the mindset. I was like, this kid's gonna be special, and I want to be special. And so I need to surround myself with people like that kid. So I went up, I talked to him. I said, hey, so you want to go play college football? And he's like, heck yeah, I do. And I was like, me too. Let's help each other. You know, you're the leader. A lot of people look up to you. You know, I feel like I have some influence. Let's use each other. Let's create a bond and a leadership style, and let's run this team. Let's go get this team a state championship. And let's help each other achieve those goals and dreams. And he's like, all right. And that was one of the first serious conversations. That was really only the first conversation I had with him was after that season in the weight room. And I remember us just growing, as friends. Even we created a friendship about 2 months before the accident. And I got that phone call, and I was devastated because he was becoming a great friend of mine, and to lose a special player and even a better person, it was a tragedy for the whole community, the whole town of Locust Grove, and it really brought our team to a low. But during those adverse situations, it really helped this team become closer and bond together. And I don't think we would ever be as successful as we were without those times. It brought us together throughout my whole high school and even throughout my college. I'm playing with 12 people on the field because I know Big Kel's right there with me, helping me through all the tough times. He's there through all the great times. And I know he's right there overlooking.
It's got to be it's harder to let someone else down because for me personally, a promise means everything. So if you don't keep your promise, what good is your word to anything else?
I have worked my whole life to be a quarterback. And I worked 4 years that I've worked harder than I ever have to win this team a state championship, to bring a state championship to this town and to that man's grave. I remember promising I would bring a state championship back. And to not achieve that was heartbreaking. And what made it worse is I was not able, what I've worked for 8 years of my life throwing a football, I was not able to throw a football on that day. I was not able to be the quarterback that I had been training, been practicing to be. Like I said, I went 5 for 15, 60-something yards, 3 picks. Worst feeling I've ever felt. I remember my dad coming up to me. He didn't have to say a word. I fell on him. And I started crying. Because at that moment, I felt like I just let everyone down. I let myself down. I let my team, I let my coaches, and I let the town of Locust Grove down. And most importantly, I let Big Kel down. So after that, I was like, man, that sucks. I wasn't able to be the player that I was. I wasn't able to, like you said, reach my full potential. We had the game plan. I put in the preparation. I put in the work. I knew we were going to beat that team by 20 plus easily on any given night. They just didn't have the defense to stay up with our weapons. After that game, I don't know, whenever December hit, it was basketball season, whatever season it was. We were going to awards. I didn't care. December was terrible. It was, like I said, one of my lows. So I stayed up here. I don't know if you know, I stayed up here for a week. I didn't go home. Didn't go to class. I stayed in here. I lifted weights occasionally, but most importantly, I don't know, I just sat in here. I don't know what I was doing. I guess you could say I was a little bit depressed because everything I worked for was just falling apart. Everything. No state championship. No Division I recruiting. None of it. And I was just like, I had doubt. And then again, I'm listening to people saying, just keep working hard, keep working hard. Well, I'm working hard. Nothing's going my way. I don't know what else to do. It just wasn't meant to be. I'm questioning God. I'm questioning people. Why? And why did I have to go this way? And again, looking back at it, I've been blessed with great opportunities. I've had awards, I've had accolades, but none more important than a state championship. And then just a simple scholarship offer is what I wanted. I didn't care about the records. I just wanted to win a state championship, and I wanted my school paid for, so my parents wouldn't be in debt, and so maybe I could just keep playing football for as long as I could, and none of it was coming. So that was happening. Division I's weren't coming. I'm pushing everyone away, obviously. Girlfriend broke up with me because I guess I wasn't giving her enough time and attention. That was a 3-year relationship down the drain. So everything not going my way.
Hugs, lots of hugs. Like I said, just being there if we needed to talk to, and we knew. He's so hard on himself, we don't have to say anything. He beats himself up. So we're just there to, hey son, it's okay, it's all right, I said just my role was just love and support to let him know that it's okay, and it happened for a reason, to make you better in life. I mean, God's putting you through this for something you're going to need in your future.
I know my parents loved me very much. I just didn't think they could totally understand what I was going through. And I knew that my teammates and coaches, you know, I felt like we knew how bad we wanted that win and that state championship, and we didn't quite get it. So I felt like sympathizing with them a little bit, but this is where I put in the sweat, the blood, the tears. You know, I laid my work ethic, my foundation right here in this building. So when they're not coming around, we didn't win a state championship, let me go back right to the place where I started, where my work ethic, and let me just go right back there and keep striving, keep getting better, keep working hard. It'll come around. Hey, you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel right now, but just keep working, keep working, keep working. And I had a bunch of other hard workers and great other people in here supporting me and pushing me. Now, they weren't here 24/7, but when they were in, you know, they helped. It put a smile on my face when they were in here. But you know, those times where it was dark in here and I was the only one, I just wanted to put in more work. And like I said, we didn't win a state championship. And I remember people on social media, on the news saying, man, Mason who? He lost 64-0. And he's supposed to be this Gatorade Player of the Year. Man, he ain't going to make it nothing. Oh, in the Toss World documentary, oh, he's going to end up at JUCO now and be a nobody. You know, this was his peak. He peaked in high school. Whew, man, those words, they fueled something. And they just kept fueling, and you know, this is going to feel great when I prove y'all wrong. So what I do, we're right back in that weight room. Right here, watch film. It's like, all right, let me get ready for college. Let me get ready. Let me get my body right. Let me get my mind right. Let's get the mindset right, and let's go do something where people say, let's go prove people wrong.
If he didn't have that adversity, he wouldn't be who he is today. There was times it was you know, getting frustrated, you know, for him at times. He just you know, something he worked so hard for and had such a desire to do, and it just wasn't getting the offers, or you know, or even the looks and the visits.
And then
Good Lord came through.
Good Lord came through. You know, got to hire Coach Luttrell. Came down there. Somehow they liked what they saw on tape. None other coaches liked what they saw on tape, I guess. 129. Like I said, it only takes one coach. And having Coach Harold, I remember it wasn't even the offer when it happened. It was when Coach Harold stepped foot into our high school. It gave me that hope again. Gave me that faith. Just say, keep going. You're seeing it. See a lot of talent. Keep working, keep working, keep working. And if I get that opportunity to go down to North Texas, well, I'm going to show these people how hard I can work and how hard I can make it and how successful I can be just based on hard work and proving everyone wrong that, you know, I can play. I don't, you know.
When he called and told me that they was sending him somebody a recruiter up to talk to him, and I remember on the phone and he told me who it was, and I said, oh, well, they're serious down there, aren't they?
You know, we were ecstatic because obviously, I mean, so went down there and met with Coach Luttrell and Coach Harold, and then after that visit, we looked around the campus, the stadium, and ended up working out. Said, hey, we want you to come be our quarterback.
And like I said, there's still a lot of people, a lot of doubters, but you know, hey, it's only going to fuel me. And that's really just what keeps me going. When someone tells me I can't do it, well, watch me.
So I said, he's always out there, you know, trying to reach another goal or climb another mountain. Yeah, he wants to get there and then pursue another mountain.
I think you always have to remember, and I've always been told, remember where you came from. And that's something that Mason has absolutely taken care of.
Ooh, hopefully in the NFL. If he can make it to the NFL, that'd be cool. Season tickets, I'd go. For this town, if he even got the shot at the NFL, I mean, it doesn't matter where he's going. He went to North Texas. Everybody has a green shirt.
It's really something to see him accomplish what you know, he's got ahead of him to accomplish. You know, yeah, we're all looking forward to it. Yeah,
it's awesome. It makes me feel really good. It makes me really proud of him, of what he's done here at Locust Grove and down there in Denton. It's awesome.
I'm super proud of him and what he has done. And I mean, I look up to him a lot, and I'm like, I'm gonna be better than him one day. I'm gonna be just like him, you know.
We asked Mason, what's the biggest compliment that you could ever receive? And his answer to that was to have my parents tell me that they're proud of me.
Well, we are very proud of him. He has taught me a lot as a mom. And I think I just recently told him that. And I told him, I said, son, you know, I've always pushed you and tell you not to be satisfied. And I take that advice, and I just want you to know, because of you not ever giving up, that helped me. You know, he's a role model to me. He's been a good kid. He's made being a mom, being parents easy. I mean, he really has. I just hope that he knows that we're very proud of him.
Always proud of him.
Always been proud of him.